What's going on YouTube? Back in the garage again. In this video we're going to continue some progress on the Kawasaki zx6r. My goal for today is just paint a few things, maybe put some grips on. We'll see how far I get. I'm not going to be in my shop very long today, but get a little bit done is better than not getting anything done. I did spend a lot of time today already cleaning up my shop a little bit. I had a bunch of boxes that I just had to break down and had to sweep up, stuff like that. But it was definitely needed to be done. So, but yeah, let's just jump right into it and see if we can't make this thing look a little bit presentable in some of these pieces. Alright guys, the first thing I'm going to paint is going to be this piece right here. As you can see, it's aluminum and it's starting to get its finish all screwed up. So I gotta sand that down and sand and scuff, then paint it. This mounts right here, holds the gauge cluster. Not only that, I want to take this top piece off. And I want to paint this. It's all nicked up from the keys sitting right here and just over the years scratching the crap out of it. So I'm gonna get this off and prep both of them and paint them at the same time. Yeah, I'll come back once I get them off and maybe even prepped, ready to paint. I couldn't get this off, so I decided to just leave it on the bike and just tape it off, prep it and all that. I had a slide hammer with a chain yanking on it. It just did not want to budge. So there's no reason for me to break this front end completely down. So I'm just going to leave it on there and just paint it on the bike. The only things that you will see on the bike will be here and the front right here. So it is kind of half-assed, I admit, but it's still going to be functioning and get what I want done. So that's all prepped, ready to go. And I have this one over here. That's all prepped and ready to go also. I just faded it out with 320 and maroon scuff pad and scuffed it all up. Now, I'm not going to be painting the underside here. Even from factory, they didn't even paint that. Just a little overspray underneath it. I'm just focusing on the face here and the face here. That's all I really want to do. So I'm going to put some primer on it, let that dry, and then I'll hit it with some black. I'll come back once this is all painted. Got that painted. It's good enough in my opinion. It's a lot better than having it all chipped up all in this area. It still needs to dry. She's a little tender yet. And I also got that all painted and mounted back on with the new gauge cluster. And the cluster looks a lot better in my opinion when it lights up. With the new housing, it's just a lot clearer. So it makes it look a lot newer, in my opinion. So next step is I'm going to take these grips off and put on new ones. Hopefully they go on easy, the ones I got. Normally I use like hairspray and I sprayed it inside of the grip and it gives you lubrication and to slide them on. Then once the hairspray dries, it's like glue. But I don't think I have any. So, but take these off no matter what, they have to be changed out. So I'm going to take the ones that are on the bike off and go from there. Alright, I got the new grips on. I want to put a metal band right here and tighten them up. Kind of like, it's like this stuff right here. I have that stuff at work. I gotta grab it and grab the tool to get it nice and tight. Even for this side, I got that clearance. You have to trim the end here so it doesn't stick when you turn the throttle. I did notice that the brake lines, front brake lines here, they are kind of hitting the frame because it's missing a bracket. So I'm gonna have to make a bracket for that, bring the lines forward or something. I got maybe even look at a diagram, see how they're supposed to be ran. So I figured out what was going on with the brake lines. Here, these brake lines were on backwards. You had the left one on the right and right on the left. They are two different lengths. All I had to do was switch them. Now they don't get bound up. And also, I gotta put that back in. Made a little bracket here to hold them out away from the fork so they're not rubbing. And while I was doing that, I found that the clutch cable here was routed alongside the frame, and when you go to turn it all the way to the left, it would hit the rad here and won't let you fully lock. So that had to be rerouted. I just ran it through the frame right here alongside the motor. Hopefully that's going to be okay. It seems to be fine. It's just slightly away from the motor, so I don't see why it wouldn't be okay. Yeah, so now I can go full lock, and it's nothing's getting bound up. Not only that, the wiring here was routed wrong, so they were over top of everything that had to be behind. So they were getting bound up and just getting all kinds of crazy. So I had to straighten that out. Not a big deal. Rerouted all that. I had to rewrap some of this wiring. The previous owner, he was probing around and took off the electrical tape and stuff, so I just rewrapped it. I didn't see anything wrong with the wiring, so I just rewrapped it. I have to, this right here evidently is the same wire. I just had to tuck it back into the harness and wrap it back up. I don't know, I think he had like a kill switch for drag racing or something. I'm not sure, hooked up to that, so I'm just going to tuck that back into the harness and wrap it back up. Alright you guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Unfortunately it's gonna be a little bit short on this one, but I made some progress. Sorted out the brake lines, put the new grips on, painted the front cowl bracket and the triple clamp top part, made them look a lot better, so in my opinion. If you are interested in seeing more about this bike and follow along and build, please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Till next time, take it easy.